Hey, I'm making a tutorial on how to figure out your Pokemon's IVs and also understand EVs with Pokemon NetBattle Supremacy. It's an online battle simulator which allows you to, select teams, customize them, and battle people online. Right now it's got, I guess, a couple of glitches and so on, so I think in general people prefer to use Shoddy Battle for their online battles that, don't deal with the DS. But, for this purpose, I think it's pretty effective. I use it to check EVs and IVs and all that. So let's just get started. All right, so you select Dialga, and then you click the expert setting because I'm going to use Dialga for this example. All right, this is a Dialga I just captured. As you can see, level 47. It's got a modest nature. And what I really focused on this one is using it as a special sweeper. So I focused on special attack and speed. I haven't trained it at all, so this is just its base, the stats once it was captured. Special attack is 174, speed is 103. So now on the supremacy screen, in the expert setting, I have to drop his level to 47. Change his nature to modest, and down here clear out the IVs because they show its default setting is to balance the IVs. So now I have the stats of a level 47 Dialga if it had IVs of 31 in every stat. Just for, quick basic brief thing here, I'm just going to focus on special attack and speed right now. My Dialga's special attack is 174 and his speed is 103. As you can see here, a Dialga with a max IV of 31 at level 47 would have a special attack of 176. So now I have to go down the list until I find 174. 174 apparently can be an IV of 28 or 29. I'll just put 28. My speed is 103. The max ideal speed would be 104. So now I have to figure out what's 103. It could be 30, it could be 29. I'm going to put 29. Okay, also, you can do the rest of your stats there and also calculate, as you do that, you figure out the IVs, you can calculate the hidden power type and base power. As you can see, it's, when you have a situation where it's like, oh, why is the IV for speed could be either 29 or 30. How do I know exactly? Well, what you have to do is get into a level 100 Wi-Fi battle with a friend, and that automatically elevates your Pokemon to 100. So you could then see their level 100 stats and then know exactly what IVs they are. Because at level 100, each IV is a specific stat. So 29 and 30 are a different stat. So you know exactly what it is. Anyway, down here is the EV distribution area. The 510 legal EVs you're allowed to have on a Pokemon. You can customize it, pull the bar and check how it affects the stats and so on to help you figure out how you want to use that Pokemon and, what's the best way to utilize those stats with its moveset and so on. So anyway, I'm going to show you how EVs work now. Alright, so I'm going to feed my Dialga 10 calciums. Each calcium gives 10 EVs in special attack, so that will be a total of 100 EVs. Okay, so let me just finish that real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's 100 EVs now in his special attack. And just to show you the, how they affect it, I'm going to use a rare candy just to accelerate the process so you can see the effects on a level up. Okay, he's now level 48. Alright, his special attack is now 191. Alright, so as you remember, originally it was 174. After feeding it 10 calciums for 100 IVs, and leveling it up once to 48 with the rare candy. As you can see, it went to 191. Level 47, that's what the stat would have been if it was, you know, at level 47 still with just the IVs, but at 48, there you go, 191, and it totally matches right here, so you can see exactly that, you know, the calculations are correct. The special attack is 191, and it jumped from 174, which it was at level 47 without EVs. So, you know, in general, this is just a basic thing. You can really, but you should really get the program. I would definitely recommend it. It's a lot easier to use than all the other calculators. You know, I've tried the stuff like Cerebee's calculator and so on. Those just kind of require you to know a lot more. And in order to find out a lot more, you need to start with the basics. And I think this is very, NetBattle Supremacy is very, you know, friendly to newer players who are, you know, a little confused or don't understand the system that well. It's a very good way to, you know, test out teams before you raise them on your game. And, you know, the fact that you can actually customize everything so easily, all the information is provided to you, you can really, you know, get the best out of understanding the system and so on, as opposed to just, you know, going by what other people say, because they notice doesn't really seem like when someone explains it to you on a message board or something, their words alone don't really show you, are a little confusing. So I think, you know, definitely you should check out NetBattle Supremacy. You know, download it, use it a little bit. It'll definitely help you improve your game, understand IVs and EVs. That way you can raise better teams. And that's my review. If you guys are a little confused about anything, I could always, you know, do future videos or answer your questions to anything like that. But, you know, this is just a basic overview to show you how you can calculate IVs and EVs, how they work and so on. And as you saw right there in the example, you know, you can make significant improvements on your team based on how you train them with IVs, or how you intend to train them, you know. So stats and all that nature is a lot of things that come into play. And I guess before I go, you're probably wondering, oh, what if I caught my Dialga and its stats were really horrible, didn't have the nature or whatever? Basically, all you have to do is save in front of it. Save in front of Dialga. It's called soft resetting. So you save in front of it, battle or and capture it, check its stats. If the stats aren't good, then just reset and try again. And then you just keep doing that until you, you know, get stats in a range that you want, based on how you're planning to train it and so on. Or you could just keep resetting it until it becomes until you get a shiny, just to, you know, like beat out the odds or whatever you want. But, you know, it's just by resetting, you can see you can do a lot of you know, help manipulate the IV. So eventually you can you know, find one that's you know, has the decent stats that you think would be good for your strategy. So that's my video for now. Any questions, like I said, just leave a message. Bye.